Hi, FlossTube. I'm back. I know it's been about 3-4 days since I did my last video, but I sort of started decorating my house for Christmas, and I thought it might be fun to show you some of my stitched Christmas ornaments and Santas and different things that I've stitched. So I'm just gonna show and tell a little bit, and yeah. So I'm gonna start with, what am I gonna start with? I guess I'm gonna start with my Santas. The first Santa I stitched is that I remember is this one here, and you can see that's Santa and Mrs. Claus kissing under the mistletoe. And I stitched this my freshman year in college. It was a kit by Janlin or Busilla or something. It was one of those kits you get at Michael's, and I stitched this my freshman year in college, and I just thought it was really cute. So I'm going to let you in on one of my little secrets. The back is like the stitching archivist's nightmare, but you know, that's how it is, and it's survived for nearly 20 years now, so that was kind of painful to say, but yeah, so that's how it is. So that's my first project. The next one I did that I have here is, I've talked about this before. Dimensions used to have a line of kits called Daydreams, and they came in these little boxes, and it was a little stitching project, and it came with everything you needed to finish it. It came with glass, and it came with a mat, and it came with the clips to hold it together. Some of them came with little boxes, or it came with all of the finishing materials, and they were wonderful because you stitch it. It takes, most of the projects take 20-30 hours to stitch, maybe less, and then it goes together in a few minutes, and you have a finished stitching project and a finished piece that you can hang or use or do whatever you're going to do with it. I love that series, and I'm sorry that when it got discontinued. I don't know if EK Success Brands discontinued it when they bought Dimensions, or somewhere along the line they all got discontinued, and you can still find some of them somewhere, but the selection is shrinking all the time. I've stitched several of them. I love them. So this is one that I stitched in 2007, and I picked it up because I was looking for something small, something Christmassy, something that would be a cute Christmas project, quick finish, and it was in my stash, so I picked it up. But once I finished it, I'm really glad that I did it, because I really loved it when I finished it. And it's this piece here, and they give you, the glare is going to be a problem here, but I stitched the Santa part. He's on perforated plastic. If I can get him closer to the camera without the glare becoming a problem, I'll try to do that. But I stitched him on perforated plastic, and they give you the paper, the backing paper with the stars on it. They give you the glass and the clips, and I don't have it here, but they give you a little stand for it to sit in, and I just love it, and I put it out every Christmas, and I'm really glad that I did that one. It's one of my favorite pieces now. And then I did, this also comes from the Dimensions Daydream series, and this is called Père Noël, and this is another Santa, and this is just him in a snow scene with his bag on his back. And again, it came with the mat, and it came with the glass, and it came with everything, and I bought an easel to display this one on, and I also hang this one, or I display this one every year at Christmas time. I think I finished this in 2012. I think I started it in 2011 and finished it in 2012. And then the most recent one that I did, which I've already shown in a previous video as a finish, of course, is Work for Cookies. My little ornament with this was a Janlin Whizzer, and it comes with the little wire hanger, and I just finished that a couple of weeks ago. So there's my small little Santa collection so far. This one, I'm going to put her here because she kind of falls in the realm of being Santa-ish. And I mentioned her in my first video, but I didn't bring her with me, so I'll show her here. This, and she's suffering from being folded up, but this is my Mirabilia's Christmas Elf Fairy. And I finished her in June of 2012 or 2013. I finished her. So I have to say, as cute as she is, I did not particularly enjoy working on her. I don't know what it was, but I did not particularly enjoy stitching her, especially when I got to her wings. Oh my gosh. Her wings is one of the reasons why I started the work slot in my rotation, and I took it to work, and I worked on it for 20-30 minutes a day at lunchtime, and in a couple of weeks her wings were done. If I had kept it at home, she'd probably still be sitting there half finished. So, yeah. So that's Christmas Elf Fairy. So those are my Santas. I have some other ornaments here that I've stitched. This is my Winnie the Pooh holding a candy cane. I love all things Winnie the Pooh. And so I stitched him, I think, in 2009, maybe. And he was just a quick little stitch. And I hang him on my tree. So, and he's on perforated paper. And this was just another cheap kit that I probably bought in Walmart or something. And it has the year on it here. It says I stitched it in 2000. So it says Merry Christmas, and it's just a little mouse holding a candy cane. And this was another kit that came with all the finishing materials, the lace and the backing and the mounting and all that stuff. So there's that. And what else do we have here? I have some of these small little mill hill kits. I love these little mill hill kits. They're easy and they're fast and they're cute. I'll try to show these. Here's a little pair of ice skates. Get the hair out of there. Here's a little pair of skates. I think I did this sometime in 2002 or 3 or 4. And they're just tied together with a little string. Here's a little angel. Another mill hill kit. I forgot the name of this. Yeah, it's got gold paper on the back. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just a little angel. Here's another little angel that I probably also did sometime in the early 2000s, 2002 or 3 or 4. So there's that. This, I think I I may have done this one in the late 90s. And this is an angel. There's a little teddy bear stitched on her dress. And she's made with a clothespin for her body. And there's her head. The top of the clothespin is her head. And so there she is with the little dancing bear. He's really cute. And this one here, I actually did not stitch. This one here was made for me by somebody in an exchange or as a gift. I did not stitch this one, and I wish I could remember who stitched it. It was somebody on one of the Yuku boards. I want to say probably in 2004 or 5. I have an idea of the occasion that prompted her to stitch it, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But she stitched me this really cute little bell pull that says Noel. And it was very thoughtful of her, and it's really cute. And I'm sorry I don't remember who it was. So there's that. And then this piece here is not really an ornament, but it's Christmas related. And I actually stitched this for my grandmother at my mom's request. She asked me to stitch my grandmother something. So this is what I stitched. I think this came out of one of the JCS ornament issues. And it just says, "All hearts come home for Christmas." And I found this frame. The frame has the Christmas tree cut out on the top. And it has the right size opening. And I found a frame at Michael's. It was $3-4. And my grandma displayed it on her table for several years between the time I gave it to her and the time she died. And I took it back when she died. So there's that. Now, the bell pull, I think, was stitched as a thank you kind of gift back in 2003 or 4, 5, 2 maybe. There was a lot of round robins going around on the Yuku boards. At the time they were Easy Board, and they eventually became Yuku. But there were a lot of round robins. The Teresa Wentzler board had a spin-off of a spin-off board that was about round robins, and you could go there and sign up to participate in various kinds of round robins for various kinds of themes. And somebody had posted something about how expensive ornaments are to stitch, because you have to buy all these skeins of all this specialty thread, this metallics and these silks, and a lot of them require multiple skeins and cards of threads that you're only going to use, a couple of strands of. But you've paid, $50-$60 to kit this ornament. And I started thinking, if you bought all that stuff, you could make several ornaments out of those materials. Like, you only buy the materials once, you could make several ornaments. And, well, what if we did like a reverse round robin, where you would buy the materials, and you would stitch the ornament, and you would send the pattern and the materials on to the next stitcher, and they would use the materials, stitch the ornament, and then pass the materials on, and every stitcher would stitch and keep their own ornament. And so I posted it on one of the boards, and everybody was like, "Hey, that's a great idea." So we did several rounds of it, and with we did several rounds. Some of them wanted to keep the cost down. They wanted to do DMC only. Some of them, allowed specialty threads, buttons, whatever. The rule on those was you had to provide enough materials for everybody. So if you're going to choose something that had a button, you had to buy the buttons for everybody. So it turned out to be a lot of fun, and a lot of people got a lot of ornaments that way. When I was going through my box tonight to pick out the stuff that I was going to show in this video, I discovered I haven't actually finished a lot of those ornaments. I haven't actually finished the one that I chose. So I might have to make an action item on my stitching list to finish some of those. I might have to track down some of the patterns at this point, and that might be kind of difficult. But I have a lot of unfinished ornaments. A lot of them came from, I think a lot of people chose their ornaments out of the JCS ornament issues for 2002, 3, 4, 1 maybe. But I'll have to try to find the patterns again. Anyway, so I brought the couple of them that I finished. But I think that this bill pull was, I think it was a thank you from one of the girls that was participating in the round robin, the ornament round robin. I think it was sort of a thank you for coordinating the groups. So that's where I think that came from. This ornament here is one of the few that I actually stitched and finished into an ornament. It says peace, and it looks like the style looks like it's probably from the Sweetheart Tree, or yeah, probably the Sweetheart Tree. And it's just different shades of blue and white, and it's one of the few that I've actually finished. Let's see if I can actually get that a little closer up here. And you can see it has beads, and it has different kinds of specialty stitches and different kinds of things there, and it's just made into a roll with ribbon tied on each end. So that's one of the few that I actually finished all the way from stitching to finishing. On the Yuku boards we call it ornamentifying. And then here's the last one that I've actually finished the stitching, but it's clearly not ornamentified. And this is just a little tree. And I want to say this comes from one of the French companies. It might be Julia Line from Long Dog, or I want to say it comes from one of the French designers. I don't quite remember. But that's one of the other few that I've stitched and actually completed the stitching on. So that's my little Christmas collection, and I just thought it would be fun to show you those things. So I don't know that I'm going to be back before Christmas with a December update, so if I don't see you all, have a wonderful Christmas and have a wonderful New Year, and enjoy your time with your family, and enjoy your vacation and your time off work, and blessings on all of you. I love FlossTube. It's fun to watch, it's fun to make videos, and I learn a lot, and I get enabled a lot. And so thank you all for being here. Thank you all for making videos, and for watching mine, and commenting on mine, subscribing to mine. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday and a wonderful 2015 and a wonderful stitching day. Bye.